Here we are in Nashkel now, finally, and we'll be meeting one of our new friends. So, probably drop Kagan for him just to see what he's on about. First person walks up to you is a guard. He asks you to identify yourselves. If you have Zaramontaron or Khalid and Jahira, they'll talk about their, why they're there, and he won't bother you quite so much. And this is Rasad.
I will show you justice. I will show you justice.
And I'm gonna talk to him now.
Such feats are easy when you learn to focus their energies through the light of Selune. Thank you for asking. My name is Rasad. I am merely demonstrating some of the ways in which we Sun Soul monks reflect our spiritual light through physical activity. May I tell you more about the Order of the Sun Soul? The Order of the Sun Soul was founded during the time of...
Hey, what are you supposed to be then? Some sort of kickpuncher? Come on, take a poke at me. I dare you.
I have come not to fight, but to demonstrate a few...
Oh, so that's how it is, eh? You prance about, pretending to be some sort of hard man, but you're just a coward, right?
I am not afraid to defend myself, but I do not seek out conflict without purpose. Instead, I wish to share the light of the Moon Maiden.
Oh, I get it. You're some kind of simpering priest, just pretending you knows how to fight, but really just begging for coins, yeah?
A Sun Soul monk uses mind, body, and spirit in equal portions, but not to prove his martial superiority. Rather, he seeks to better the lives of those around him.
Yeah, save it for temple school, boy. If you're not gonna fight nobody, I won't waste any more time on you.
I thank you. It is not always easy. In truth, I enjoy a good fight if it is to improve my skills or to defend a just cause. Fighting that man would have enlightened no one. You seem like someone who would appreciate the tenets of my order. May I tell you more about Selune and the Sun Soul monks? Of the inheritors of Amonito's power, Selune is the most ardent foe of spiritual darkness. After all, she is the bright opposite of Shah, the mistress of the night. The Moon Maiden's reflected radiance inspires us to shine our inner light upon those in need. In the face of lies, we offer truth. In the face of hatred, we offer compassion. What more would you like to know? The Order of the Sun Soul was founded in the days of ancient Netherland. Then it was called the Brotherhood of the Sun, and its members dedicated themselves to the sun god, Amonito. With the fall of Netherland, Amonito vanished. Some believe his power now resides in other gods. Different factions of my order turn to them, most to Lathander, some to Selune, and a very few to Suna. My sect of the order reveres Selune, the Moon Maiden. What more would you like to know? I have had trouble making ends meet since coming to Nashkel. If doing so gives me the chance to help others find their inner light, I will be glad to join you.
I don't want to talk.
I look forward to your instructions.
So there we have it. We've now got a monk in the party, which I'm pretty leery about. Here's a look at his statistics. It's kind of dicey. In his biography, Rasad basically got screwed over by the Shadow Thieves of Athkatla. They grew up in a monastery. They were living a hard rapscallion life. And then they got brought into the monk order and everything was happy, I guess, and he liked it. And he uses the Eastern-themed items that are now in the game, so like katanas, scimitar, wakizashi, ninjato. Also on his person, he has boots that you can see here, and they just give you a bonus to armor class.
Helm, yeah.
If you're basically only if you're Rasad. So we're gonna go ahead and go into this inn here, and that'll be Nashkel in. And that'll be our first test because... Dun dun dun. An assassination attempt. Quelle surprise, as the French would say.
What is it this time?
So we're gonna attack her, bombard her with spells, yada yada, the usual. Nothing too special. She does cast Hold Person though, and it's pretty much in your best interest not to allow her to do that. I'm gonna try and get Rasad to do something in this. But... And here's where we get screwed over by Hold Person. So I only have 2 people capable of fighting right now. And she can do bad things to you. I'm gonna try some wild magic. And the spell accidentally hits Imowen and nearly kills her. And there goes Imowen. So we're gonna try and intercept some more spells. She tries to do stuff, but no more. That's Imowen's junk there on the ground. I think probably mixed in with the assassin's junk. Oh, there's the assassin's junk. It's got a Helm of Infravision and a new bounty scroll. Let's see what we're worth now. Formidable foe, likely well equipped. That's not really so true. 680 coins. So there you have it. We are moving up in the bounty world. Quite a bit more valuable than we were. So now we're just going to wait for this Hold Person to pass, which may take some time. I was not encouraged by the fact that Rasad was unable to deal damage during the entirety of that fight. I'm nervous about his being a monk. We passed by the store there. This is the mayor of Nashkel. If you have Khalid and Jahira, his dialogue's different. Same for Zar and Montaron. Here he just tells you that Nashkel has a lot of problems. The iron shortage is hitting Nashkel particularly hard because that's where most of the iron for this region comes from. We're just going up here to the Temple of Helm, and all we're going to do is resurrect Imowen.
As you will.
I was kind of hoping, so here you see some blackout again. Pretty much every time we go into a temple that's got this track playing in it, we're going to have a little bit of black. And here we go. Imowen, only 100 gold, not a bad deal. I maybe would have kept Khalid alive if it were that cheap. We're going to identify maybe some other items just so I can get rid of them. Or keep them and use them having been identified. I don't know. Alright, so there's the Baldur's Gate 2 resurrection thing. A little bit more as the audio tries to sync itself up. It snows in Nashkel now, which is neat. I like that look. We're just going to head back to the inn and get a night's rest. It automatically casts all your healing spells too while you're resting. So that'll take care of Imowen in one fell swoop. And we'll just rent the cheapest room. I was looking at changing my spells around. Oh, yes, we're going to have Nira do all of our identifying. So we get a little bit of the new resting screen. And now we're just going to siphon items off to Nira, which saves us, 100 gold a pop. I mainly do this for the purposes of the Let's Play, since I already know what the items do. I just, it's good to show what they do. So these boots were used by a certain group of spies, and eventually they were betrayed and the boots got moved around, and it just makes sneaking and hiding a bit better or easier. So why not give them to Imoen, since she's really going to be the only one stealthing about. We got this helmet off the latest assassin, and it gives you infravision. So that basically just means things will be red. It doesn't. I don't think it really has any purpose in the game other than making things red. And this girdle is cursed. We got it off the ogre clear back and on the road to the Friendly Armin. And if you put it on, it'll change your sex forever until you get remove curse put on you. So we'll just pass it around. Since Ajantis is the party leader, we're gonna put the infravision helm on him just so things are red at night.
Long have you walked, but now you find yourself back amidst the stones of Candlekeep. Your former home looms before you, but the gate is closed and barred. Over the walls there is a candle in your old room, but as the light goes out, the brick surrounding the window closes together. The very walls conspire to keep you at bay. A familiar voice startles you, though it is calm and caring. You cannot go back this way, child. You must go on. Gorion forms before you. Though his image should be comforting, it seems but a shade of his living self. He is dead in your dreams, as in life. The phantom of your foster father gestures toward the blackness of the wood, as though it should be inviting. Perhaps it is, in a way, but the traveling will be hard. As you think this, a smooth and obvious path becomes clear out of the corner of your eye. It seems meant for you, pulls at your very being, and promises to quickly lead you away from the life you once led. Perhaps this would be for the best, but it is a bit too convenient for your liking. You do not wish to dwell upon the loss you have endured, but neither should it be forgotten. Gorion smiles and fades away. The pull becomes a push, but you turn away, steadfast in your new direction. The way is not quite as clear, but it is sure to be interesting nonetheless. A whisper follows as you stride away, something vestigial and sinister that you recognize, but yet have never heard. You will learn. Don't look back.
So that's because we slept the second time, and that caused us to gain a special ability, Cure Light Wounds, my particular character. And you'll get those dream sequences throughout the game as you advance the plot. And they'll give you different abilities based on your alignment. We're just going to go to the store here and sell off all our junk.
Welcome to my humble establishment.
There we go. I spare you having to see the selling of the junk. And we'll walk on down. We'll encounter a guy who's going to ask us if we are Grey Wolf, and we'll tell him that we are not. He'll offer you 200 gold, and you can go ahead and take it if you want. It can cause some consequences to come down on you later when you do try to fulfill bounties, or if you want to try to fulfill bounties. So that's, a suggestion here and there. We're walking by now Minsk, who's there in the leather armor. He's probably the most famous NPC in this game. And we're not going to take him because I'm going to use Rasad. If anything happens to Rasad, I'm pretty much just going to chalk it up to his being a monk at low levels. And we'll go ahead and get Minsk. And that there is a noober, and he's basically just meant to be a newbie who's annoying to you. But we're walking away fast enough that he's not going to bother us. And this is that area I was talking about earlier with the secret hidden item in it. And I was just going to use the area transition over here because I was exploring these houses one time and I saw the cursor turn to the fist. And I was like, oh my goodness. And it turns out to be Ankeg armor, which is basically as good as full plate, which Ajantis, since we're going to go sword and board with him, is really nice because it makes him quite a good tank. especially this early in the game, he needs every advantage he can get. And normally I would think of this as being kind of cheesy to get all the secret items, but we are playing on insane difficulty, so can't be too choosy, I would say. You also see Edwin here.
Helm with Helm's blessing.
The foil to Minsk, and he wants you to go kill the woman that Minsk wants you to go save. Edwin's also the most powerful mage that you can recruit. He's lawful evil. We're not going to recruit him because we have Nira. And this is Volo. And Volo, if you ever buy the game or read the manual's supposedly written by Volo, and there's a bunch of commentary from Volo inside of it. And there are a couple books in the game written by Volo. He's basically a travel journalist, more or less, who tells stories and writes different books about different locations and sort of a current events guy. So they just inserted him into Nashkel because it's kind of a happening place, and he's supposed to be there looking out on on what's going on. He tells you about a quest line for Nashkel, Commander Bragg, who killed his whole family after receiving a cursed sword. That's what Bragg. And the reason he got the magical sword is because regular swords have been breaking a lot recently, and he wanted a new fancy one, and it caused him to go nutso and kill his family. So he's hiding in the woods or something, so you can go and track him down. And that's really about all you hear from Volo at this point in the game. I was just wanting to see if they added anything new. And we're going to walk over here and get ready for the next area transition. Oh, no. We're going to go up to the store and sell that gem so you can see how much it's worth. Again, normally I wouldn't use, some of the cheesy items the first time you play the game. It's neat if you find them on your own just because you're observant. After that, it's a little cheesy in my mind, but since I'm playing on the highest difficulty, whatever. I need all the help I can get, really. Although so far things are going swimmingly. And that gem's a pearl worth 100 gold, so there you have that. We'll be wealthy soon. And in the next video, there's a carnival in Nashkel, and we're going to go over there and party it up. So that'll be pretty interesting. Lots of neat little encounters there too. And then we'll probably do the Nashkel mines in the video after that.